Have you ever seen someone in their 60s struggle with a cane, breathing heavily after just a few steps, and then seen someone in their 80s walking effortlessly, upright, energetic, full of life? It's one of aging's greatest mysteries. Why do some people seem to fade too fast, while others stay strong, alert, and full of vitality well into their later years? The answer isn't luck. It's not just genetics. And it's definitely not magic. The true reason comes down to a handful of simple, proven habits, grounded in science, that directly impact how we age physically, mentally, and emotionally. Today, I'm sharing what I call the 6 golden habits of healthy aging. These are the daily practices followed by those vibrant 80-year-olds we all admire. If you're over 50, this message is for you. There are no gimmicks here, no empty promises, no mystery pills. Just time-tested, research-supported methods for living well. Leading experts from places like Harvard and the National Institute on Aging have been quietly confirming these strategies for years, but most people never hear about them. At Live Healthy, we believe that getting older should mean gaining wisdom, independence, and joy, not losing your energy, your freedom, or your sense of purpose. This video gives you real tools, natural, practical actions you can begin using today. Whether you've already started paying attention to your health or you're just beginning to think about the years ahead, these steps will help you build a stronger, longer, and more vibrant life. And here's the truth. No one tells you how much power there is in these small daily routines. But once your energy drops, or your balance weakens, or your memory slips, it becomes much harder to reverse. So instead of reacting later, take action now. It's never too early or too late to build habits that support your well-being for decades to come. Think about those 80-year-olds who still garden, walk the neighborhood, travel with ease, or pick up their grandkids. They know something most people don't. And now, so will you. Over the next few minutes, you'll learn 6 easy but powerful ways to protect your brain, boost your energy, and maintain your independence without spending a fortune or changing your entire lifestyle. Before we dive in, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, Senior Health, and share with a loved one who might benefit from this message. Your support helps us keep bringing meaningful, practical health content to more people every day. And I want to ask you something important. What small daily habit have you recently adopted that makes you feel more alive? Maybe it's a short walk, a new morning routine, or just drinking more water. Whatever it is, leave your answer in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. Now, let's begin with habit number 1. It's incredibly simple, often overlooked, but absolutely life-changing. Walking. Yes, walking. Just moving your body forward one step at a time. It sounds too simple, doesn't it? But walking daily is one of the most powerful anti-aging tools you have. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. And no, you're not too old to start. Every time you walk, your lungs expand. Your heart pumps stronger. Your joints move and stay flexible. Your mind gets clearer. That's not just poetic. It's biological fact. According to Harvard Medical School, even 30 minutes of walking a day can reduce your risk of heart disease by up to 40%. That's not a small number. That's a game changer. Walking supports your brain, improves balance, and even stabilizes your mood. It's not just about fitness. It's about freedom. Let me introduce you to someone who proves this. Raymond, a retired mechanic from Ohio. He's 73 now, but just a few years ago, he could barely climb the stairs in his own house. My legs felt like lead, and my mind was foggy, he told us. Like most people, he thought it was just aging. Then his doctor gave him a simple prescription. Walk for 10 minutes every day. That's it. 2 years later, Raymond now walks 2 kilometers every morning. He no longer needs a cane. His energy is back. His back pain is gone. And his words say it all. I feel like I've gained 10 years of my life. And that's what this is really about. Not looking younger, but feeling free again. Walking delivers oxygen to your brain, lowers blood pressure, and improves circulation. It sharpens memory, enhances mental clarity, and helps keep you emotionally grounded, even on tough days. And the mental benefits? They're just as powerful. A study by Stanford University found that walking can increase creative thinking by up to 60%. So if you're ever stuck, stressed, or feeling down, just lace up your shoes and head outside. The fresh air, the sunlight, and the steady rhythm of your steps work like nature's therapy. Imagine this. You're 85 years old. You're not confined to a chair. You're not watching life pass by. You're out on a trail, breathing deeply, feeling the breeze, walking the same path you walked at 55. And you're strong. That's not a fantasy. That's the promise of walking. Progress over perfection. Consistency over speed. You don't need to start big. A short stroll after dinner. A 5-minute loop around the block. Even pacing during TV commercials. Every step matters. Every movement sends a message to your body. I'm still here. And I still care. And walking is just the first of 6 golden habits we'll explore in this video series. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the rest of the habits that can transform your aging experience from one of decline into one of strength, clarity, and joy. Because growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. With the right habits, you can age forward, not backward. There's one simple habit that meets you exactly where you are. Whether you're a senior looking to improve your well-being, boost your energy, or simply enjoy life more fully, this habit welcomes you. It's walking. That's right. Walking may seem basic, but it holds incredible power. You can walk slowly or quickly. You can do it alone for quiet reflection or with friends for connection. There's no pressure, no competition, just the freedom to move at your own pace. Walking isn't about turning back the clock. It's not about erasing years. It's about moving forward with strength, purpose, and quiet, steady progress. It's about building a habit that keeps you mobile, improves your circulation, uplifts your mood, and enhances your independence. And here's the truth. To begin, you don't need a new body. You just need to begin. And when you do, your future self will thank you, because one small change a day can lead to a much stronger tomorrow. Next, let's talk about what you eat. Because food is more than just fuel. It's information. Every bite you take sends a signal to your body. Should I heal or hurt? Should I grow stronger or start breaking down? Many aging problems don't start in your brain or joints. They start on your plate. Unfortunately, as we age, our nutritional needs go up, not down. Yet many seniors begin eating less and often rely on packaged foods, fast food, or frozen meals because they're cheap and convenient. But that comes at a cost. These processed foods may fill your stomach, but they strip your health. They increase inflammation, raise your blood pressure, and weaken your immune system. Let me tell you a quick story about Evelyn. Evelyn is 68 years old and lives in Arkansas. Like many people, she started her day with toast, had deli meat for lunch, and heated microwave dinners at night. Over time, she felt tired all day, her joints ached, and her blood pressure kept climbing. One day, her doctor looked her in the eyes and said, "You're feeding disease, not health." That hit her hard. So Evelyn made a simple change. She began adding colorful vegetables to her meals. Spinach for breakfast, roasted carrots for lunch, a big fresh salad for dinner. That's it. No fancy diet, no calorie counting, just whole, real, vibrant foods. Within 6 months, her blood pressure dropped. She lost 15 pounds. Her mind felt clear again, and she had her energy back. That's the power of food. Whole foods, like leafy greens, whole grains, fruits, nuts, legumes, and healthy fats. Give your body what it needs to fight inflammation, repair cells, and protect your brain. Foods rich in vitamin K, like kale and collard greens, can strengthen your bones and reduce the risk of fractures. Omega-3s from fatty fish like salmon and sardines protect your brain from age-related decline. Brown rice and oats stabilize your energy and prevent blood sugar crashes. And don't forget water. As we age, our sense of thirst fades, but our need for water doesn't. Water keeps nutrients moving, flushes toxins, and helps you stay energized. So drink water often. If it helps, add a slice of lemon, mint, or cucumber. Choose herbal teas over sugary drinks. A study published in the journal Neurology found that seniors who followed a Mediterranean-style diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats, were 30% less likely to suffer cognitive decline. That's not hype, that's science. That's your fork acting as preventive medicine. And let's be honest, you don't have to be perfect. It's not about giving up all treats or never enjoying dessert again. It's about being intentional. There's a big difference between having a small indulgence and constantly choosing foods that harm you. Highly processed snacks, sugary cereals, and preserved meats aren't just empty calories. They actively accelerate aging. They increase inflammation, slow your mind, and sap your energy. Here's something empowering. You make food choices 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's 21 chances a week to do something good for yourself. So start with one meal. Add some color. Replace one packaged item with a whole food. That's how change begins. You don't need to diet. You need to nourish. Eat not for vanity or restriction, but for vitality, memory, strength, and independence. When you feel good, you move more. When you move more, you live better and longer. So today, open your fridge. What do you see? Is it food that supports your future or food that holds you back? You have the power to choose food that strengthens your memory, supports your independence, and helps you live with clarity. Healthy eating isn't about limits. It's about intentions. Every bite you take is a vote for the kind of life you want to live. And while we're at it, let's not forget the brain. So many people fear losing mobility as they age, but memory loss is the silent threat we don't talk enough about. It starts subtly, a forgotten name, a missed appointment. You brush it off until it starts happening more often. But your brain is like a muscle. It needs exercise, too. You can train your brain to stay sharp and active well into your golden years. Reading, puzzles, learning new skills, staying socially connected. All these things keep your mind agile. Nutrition, movement, hydration, and sleep are the fuel your brain depends on. So remember this. Keep walking because motion is medicine. Eat real food because every meal is a message. Hydrate often because water carries life. Engage your brain because your memories matter. Start where you are with what you have. You don't need a complete lifestyle overhaul. Just take one step, one bite, one glass of water, and do it again tomorrow. You're not trying to turn back time. You're moving forward, stronger, clearer, healthier. This is your time. And your body, mind, and future will thank you for every small change you make today. Aging doesn't have to mean losing your mental edge. Mental decline is not an inevitable part of growing older. In fact, one of the biggest causes of cognitive decline is something we can control: neglect. The good news? Just like you take care of your muscles and bones through daily habits, you can also protect and strengthen your brain by following a simple daily routine. Let's start with one of the simplest and most powerful exercises for your brain: reading. Reading a book, newspaper, or even a short story engages your brain deeply. It requires you to focus, understand, and remember what you're reading. This stimulates the regions in your brain responsible for memory, imagination, and comprehension. Think of reading as mental weightlifting. Each sentence is a repetition that builds your cognitive strength. But that's not all. Brain games are another great way to stay mentally sharp. Sudoku, crosswords, puzzles. These logical challenges exercise your problem-solving abilities. Research from King's College London and the University of Exeter shows that regular puzzle solvers had stronger short-term memory and faster mental processing than those who didn't engage in puzzles. Take the story of Martha from Minnesota. She's 70 and started noticing she was forgetting things after retiring. It scared her, but she didn't give up. Instead, she began playing word games on her tablet, started reading daily, and even joined a beginner's Spanish class at her local community center. Her words say it all. It's like my mind woke up again. I'm genuinely enjoying myself and feel more aware and present. That's the key. Having fun keeps your brain alive. When you enjoy an activity, your brain creates new connections. Whether it's painting, learning an instrument, or trying out a new computer tool, these activities challenge your mind, keeping it flexible and alert. Especially after the age of 60, learning something new becomes even more critical to your brain health. One of the most powerful yet often overlooked brain exercises? Talking. Yes, having a good conversation forces your brain to listen, react, and respond in real time. Whether you're sharing stories with friends, catching up on a phone call, or debating ideas, you're not just passing time, you're building mental fitness. The Mayo Clinic reports that older adults who stay socially engaged experience slower cognitive decline. Mental fitness isn't a luxury. It's a necessity as you age. And the good news is you don't need to spend hours doing it. Just 15 minutes of reading, a couple puzzles, and a meaningful phone call can make a big difference. These small, consistent actions keep your mind alive and help you maintain your identity, which is one of the most valuable parts of aging successfully. Remember, healthy aging isn't just about moving your body. It's about keeping your mind active, curious, and engaged. Your memories are more than just facts. They connect you to who you are and the people you love. So the next time you ask yourself how to spend your free time, ask this instead. Am I feeding my brain or letting it starve? You don't need an expensive program. You just need a reason. Be present. Be conscious. Be connected. Your story is still being written, and your brain plays a big role in that. Let's shift now to another key part of healthy aging, your muscles. Most people think weakness comes with age, but the real reason people slow down is due to muscle loss, not the number of candles on their birthday cake. The scientific name for this condition is sarcopenia, a gradual and often invisible loss of muscle mass that starts in your 40s and speeds up after 60. Here's what many don't realize. You can slow it down, stop it, or even reverse it. And you don't need expensive medications or fancy treatments. All it takes is simple resistance training. Your muscles are your independence. They help you carry groceries, climb stairs, and even rise from a chair without help. When muscle strength fades, everyday tasks become harder and more dangerous. Just ask Alan, a 74-year-old retired postman from North Carolina. A minor fall at the grocery store left him shaken, and his doctor warned him about muscle loss and future injuries. Instead of waiting for something worse to happen, Alan started doing light exercises at home, wall push-ups, squats by the kitchen counter, and lifting small dumbbells. Just 5 minutes a day. 3 months later, Alan was stronger and more balanced. He said, "I didn't think it would make this much difference, but now I don't have to brace myself to get out of my recliner." That's the power of consistency. Daily movement doesn't have to be intense or complicated. You just need to do it regularly. Make it a part of your day, like brushing your teeth. If you want to age with strength, you need to keep the muscles you have. It's not about building big muscles. It's about maintaining the ones that support your everyday life. And no, you're not too old to start. In fact, the older you are, the more you need it. Bodyweight exercises like wall planks or chair squats are a great starting point. These simple moves signal to your body that your muscles are needed and must be maintained. Your independence, your strength, and your confidence as you age are all tied to movement and mental engagement. The combination of these two, physical activity and cognitive stimulation, is the real secret to aging gracefully. So, here's the message. Protect your mind. Preserve your muscles. Stay connected. Keep learning. And don't stop moving. A strong, healthy, and mentally sharp version of you is not only possible, it's within reach. Start today, even with one small step. If you've made it this far, thank you for caring about your health. That alone says a lot about the kind of person you are. Now, take action. Read a page. Solve a puzzle. Take a walk. Talk to someone you love. Every small habit counts. Let's start with a simple truth. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership to transform your health after 60. You just need movement with purpose. You can start small, lift water bottles as makeshift dumbbells, do gentle arm curls, or practice mild squats while holding on to a sturdy chair for balance. These aren't just exercises. They're a declaration that you are choosing to stay strong, stay safe, and stay independent. According to the National Institute on Aging, performing strength-based exercises at least twice a week increases bone density, improves balance, and dramatically lowers the risk of falling. And that's not just a health stat. It's a lifesaver. Because here's what many don't realize. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization in adults over the age of 65. But it's more than physical. It's deeply emotional. When our strength fades, so does our confidence. You hesitate to go on walks. You stop playing with your grandchildren. You begin to retreat from the life you once enjoyed. Weakness doesn't just take your energy, it takes your freedom. But there's good news. Strength training can change all of that. With every rep, every stretch, and every movement, you're not just exercising. You are reclaiming control. You are restoring confidence. You are actively reversing what many think is inevitable decline. And here's something most people don't talk about. It makes you feel younger. When your muscles begin to support you again, your steps feel lighter, steadier. Everyday tasks become easier. You feel more alive. You start to remember what vitality feels like. Not because you're getting younger, but because you're getting stronger. This is what true elder health looks like. Not just treating problems, but preventing them. Taking action before decline begins. Protecting your freedom before it's at risk. So make this your new rule. Strength is non-negotiable. Not for appearance. Not for others. For you. The next time you get out of a chair or reach for something high up, ask yourself, do I feel strong? If the answer is no, it's not too late to change it. Because weakness isn't caused by age. It's caused by inactivity. And your body is still waiting for the signal to fight back. Now let's talk about something less obvious, but just as critical. Human connection. You could be eating the perfect diet, getting regular exercise, even sleeping 8 hours every night. But if you're doing it all in silence and solitude, something vital is still missing. Social interaction isn't a luxury. It's a biological need. Studies show that chronic loneliness increases the risk of early death by 26%. That's the same as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But it doesn't stop there. Loneliness can speed up memory decline, weaken your immune system, and increase inflammation in your body. Your brain, your heart, and your body all feel the impact when you're isolated. Just ask Carolyn from Arizona. At 76, she had lost her husband and her children had moved away. She spent her days indoors, telling herself she was fine. But her blood pressure went up. She couldn't sleep. Her memory started slipping. Then she made one change. She joined a neighborhood book group. Once a week, she met people, laughed, talked, shared stories. It gave her something to look forward to. And do you know what she said? I didn't realize how much I missed hearing my own name. That's the power of connection. It grounds you. It reminds you that you still belong. And it doesn't take much to start. Volunteering at the local library, walking with a neighbor, calling a friend. Even a short conversation can reset your mood and bring you back to life. This is natural medicine. Free, simple, and incredibly effective. Because when you're alone too long, your world shrinks. But connection expands it again. It lifts the shadows. It improves your mood. And yes, it strengthens your body too. When you talk with someone face to face, your body releases oxytocin, a hormone that reduces stress and improves your mood. Your heart rate slows. Your brain feels sharper. Your immune system gets a boost. That's not coincidence. That's science. And studies confirm it. Seniors who are socially active are far less likely to suffer from depression or dementia. Think about it. How many times have you felt better just after talking to someone? Just a laugh, a shared memory, or a moment of kindness? That's healing. That's connection. That's why the old remedy for seniors don't just include herbal teas. They include being seen, being heard, and being missed. You don't need a crowd. Sometimes all it takes is one or two people who care. And even if life has made that harder, people have moved away or grown distant, you can rebuild. One call, one coffee, one conversation at a time. You were never meant to go through this phase of life alone. You are meant to be included, surrounded, and noticed. So, if you're watching this and you've been feeling even slightly disconnected, don't wait. Say hi to someone new. Rejoin a group. Call an old friend. Not tomorrow. Today. Your brain, your body, and your spirit will thank you. And now, the third habit, a silent hero of health that too many ignore. Deep, restful sleep. Sleep isn't optional. It's your body's nighttime repair system. But for many, it's the first thing to get neglected. As we age, it becomes harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. But that doesn't make it any less important. On the contrary, It's more critical than ever. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxins, your muscles rebuild, and your hormones reset. Sleep protects your memory, boosts your immune system, balances your mood, and even reduces the risk of heart disease. If you're skipping sleep, you're skipping healing. So treat your sleep like a health appointment you cannot miss. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Keep your room dark and cool. Avoid heavy meals and caffeine late in the day. Make sleep sacred because it is. In conclusion, after 60, your health is your power. But power doesn't come from big changes. It comes from consistent, intentional ones. Build strength, not for looks, but for freedom. Build connection, not for company, but for survival. And protect your sleep, not for comfort, but for healing. This isn't about aging gracefully. It's about aging powerfully. So take action today. Your body is ready. Your mind is capable. And your future is waiting. As we get older, many of us expect to feel more tired. But what most people don't realize is that fatigue is only one small part of what poor sleep does to your body. Chronic lack of quality sleep damages your memory, upsets your hormone balance, weakens your immune system, and slowly erodes your mood, focus, and ability to recover from daily stress. In fact, one of the most powerful pieces of longevity advice you'll ever hear is simple: get enough deep, restorative sleep. Yet most people ignore this advice until the consequences start to show. Let's take the story of Michael from Colorado. He's 67 and, like many older adults, he used to wake up 3 to 4 times a night. His doctor gave him sleeping pills, but they left him feeling groggy and disconnected. Nothing truly worked until he committed to a consistent nighttime routine. Go to bed at the same time every night, turning off all screens after 8 p.m., and doing light stretching before sleep. His words? I didn't just sleep better. I started thinking more clearly. My blood pressure dropped. I had energy again. That's what real sleep can do. It doesn't just recharge your body. It restores your mind and resets your entire system. During deep sleep, your brain literally flushes out toxins that build up throughout the day. Your body balances insulin levels, calms cortisol, your main stress hormone, and strengthens memory and emotional resilience. Even your best efforts to eat healthy, stay socially active, and walk daily won't pay off as they should if your sleep is poor. That's why sleep isn't just a luxury. It's the foundation of health after 50. Here's the part no one tells you. As we age, our ability to fall asleep and stay asleep does change. But our need for sleep doesn't. That's not weakness. It's biology. The good news? There's plenty you can do to work with your body instead of against it. Start by creating a healthy sleep environment. About an hour before bed, dim the lights in your home. Darkness signals your body to release melatonin, the sleep hormone. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. Avoid bright screens, phones, tablets, and TVs, all of which interfere with melatonin production. Instead, read a book, journal your thoughts, or practice meditation. These calming activities signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. As we pass the age of 60, our internal clock becomes more sensitive. So routine matters even more. If your thoughts race at night, write them down before bed, or listen to gentle music to help quiet your mind. Hydration matters, but avoid large meals, caffeine, and too much fluid in the evening. Even if you fall asleep quickly, those things can disrupt deep, restful sleep later on. Here's a mindset shift. Treat your sleep like a doctor's appointment, something you don't cancel or skip. Why? Because sleep is your body's way of rebuilding what the day has taken away. Think of it like this. If walking strengthens your muscles, sleep is how they recover. If healthy food fuels your day, sleep is how your body digests and uses that fuel efficiently. If stimulating conversation keeps your brain sharp, sleep is what preserves those memories and insights. You don't need perfection, just consistency. Even a few nights of solid sleep each week can boost focus, lower inflammation, and improve your overall mood. Tonight, give your body what it's been asking for. Respect your bedtime. Set up your evening routine and make space for rest. Because sleep isn't the end of your day. It's the start of your healing. And here's the beautiful part. Aging doesn't mean fading away. It's actually the time when you can live with more freedom, clarity, and purpose than ever before. You don't need perfect health, money, or a head start to start practicing these 6 simple habits. All you need is a decision. Not someday. Today. Because growing older doesn't make us weaker. It's giving up the habits that once kept us strong that does. So maybe today you go for a 10-minute walk. Maybe you call someone you love. Maybe you skip the late-night screen and stretch instead. Maybe you pick a book that challenges your mind. These small decisions may seem insignificant, but they're the foundation of a thriving life after 50. Let these be the years you live fully, not just longer. You deserve more than just existing. You deserve to thrive. Because the real goal of healthy aging isn't just avoiding illness. It's making each day meaningful. So let me ask you, which habit are you going to start today? If this message inspired you, share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what change you're starting tonight. And if you found this helpful, share it with a loved one who could use a reminder.